Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Scoop and stories from the business like we see for the reasons. Side B, the double header for July. Hopefully this is the other one.
Okay, you got me mid quesadilla. Yeah. Yeah, the side B. So, right, picking up where I left off last time. So, Monday, went to the doctor. Unfortunately, it was like one of those 15-minute in and out places. So, like, unfortunately, couldn't do like a proper sit down or anything, but hey, that was the only place they had available on the website within 100 miles.
Okay.
But like I talked to them, they set me up with like some medicine and some like a heart rate patch thing, which I picked those up on Tuesday because that's when those were available. So I've been doing that stuff, and yeah, Wednesday I had to go to work early because it was the annual tea for the club. But that's also when I got my Lord of the Rings gift bundle in. So I got home and I recorded some videos for it. So of course I got the one ring that comes in all the bundles. But for the actual card pulls, now keep in mind, 8 set boosters, 1 collector booster. Got a few decent cards from the set boosters. Then the collector booster happened. I pulled the Ancient Tomb, which is basically for the non-foil chase cards. That's basically the best thing you can get. There of course there's the foil versions, the poster artworks, the serialized stuff, stuff like that. But for like what I got, it was like really good. It's like not only is it like a $200 card, but it's actually something that's usable in the game. Like it's just like, yeah, just pay 2 life, get 2 colorless mana. It's like it's good value. Yeah, I was fairly happy with that. Also got myself a shock land in the form of Mount Doom. A couple of delighted halflings, which like, okay, being able to get legendary stuff out without being countered in green, that's pretty nice. Well, okay, any deck that can run green, really. And like, got a Nazgul, that was pretty pricey for a while, though that kind of went down a bit. It's still pretty good to have. And then, yeah, did work Thursday and Friday. Yesterday I did some gaming, and we did the show. Today I did some more gaming. Actually, streamed Minecraft for about almost 3 hours. Then after that, I went to In and Out because I actually opened another one in Oregon. The wait. Okay, so I still had to wait like 30 places in line to get my food, but didn't take too long. I walked in because it's like essentially 2 blocks away. It was okay, although they partly screwed up my order. I asked for no sauce, they gave me sauce. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it's like, okay. And the shake was decent too. Then after that, I did a bit of fitness boxing with Miku, and then yeah, we started up the Discord call, watched the episode, and here we are. In the meantime, I've also been like sorting all my cards out. Like I got this like big like kind of case to put all my cards in. So I was like, okay, just like empty out all these various boxes and containers of cards, put them into here, and I'll sort them out later. Also, I'm going to be waking up early tomorrow because Festival in a Box. And, like, if I can get a hold of it, I have another 24 packs of Mystery Booster 2 in the future to open up. Yay! I'm also currently uh, updating stuff on my Switch too. Like, yeah, apparently for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it's taking like over an hour just to download and update everything. I don't know why. Like, maybe I bought like the season pass or something, and it's like, I don't know. But yeah, I just have that in the background, and I have the secret lair page set up in 2 different browsers just in case. Like, just trying to make it'll be to make sure I get a good place in line. But yeah, that's basically it. I really should get around to editing some of these videos at some point, but that's something for another time. Oh yeah, I also recorded a schedule update video, which I really should be releasing, now that I think about it. I think I just been kind of all over the place, you know? But yeah. Something like, okay, remember, today is Sunday. Oh yeah, and also between like finishing the episode the pre-show episode watch and the show actually really kicking off, I made myself a quesadilla. Like no chicken, just cheese and some chipotle cremosa sauce.
Although my home
Stuff's
makes,
a little bit munchy, you know.
although my home makes tend to be a bit more basic than that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like In-N-Out burger review. Burger decent. Fries so. Shake not bad. Like makes nothing special, but it's like it's decent flavor. I went with the chocolate.
In-N-Out.
It only put me back like $12.
In-N-Out. That's a favorite place for my dad, actually.
Yeah, my backup plan was just to order Wendy's. I figured that okay, if the line was too long, I just put the order in and then slowly walk over. By the time I get over, or like across the street on the opposite corner, it should be ready.
With the new place that opened down in Ridgefield, started to become a bit of a tradition to go there. But, well, after visiting a favorite local attraction. Unless, of course, the business got too much.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the first time in like I remember when I like okay. I know the last time I had In-N-Out was when I was in Vegas one time, but I want to say that was like at least a decade ago. It really would have been nice if it had mushrooms and bacon, but it's In-N-Out. They don't exactly go for lots of stuff. The whole thing is like, okay, you're getting a simple burger. That's it. But yeah, that was my week. So how was your week this week?
And even then, you have to cautionary topics. Anyways. Took a bit longer than I wanted to finish the sheet for at least last week. But I did manage to finish that, though sort of ended up holding off the tail end of it, at least, shortly after the rescheduling announcements. So the next 2 months. Discuss it with me and folks. I probably should pay more attention to the since everybody's having a week-ish event. At least one of them. So maybe I can see my evasion-based approach. Got a little bit of a curve up in another play date came out, so there's some occasions to certain areas to come to events. guess nowhere near there was a cartridge in pen, so I think I finished sheep last week before that, and then that was the first time I encountered French car in the field.
Yep.
And then, of course, what's the shit yesterday once I was able to something else. And then the past 20 plus hours was on cleaning those ones too. Some stuff we were trying with. Making sure when I media purchases was making sure when I media purchases was functional. This is part of the world, and I'm resting about one other minute, but switch to one of my usuals. Okay, though, probably need to remedy that at some point, and then. Okay, back to the media. There's a few technical things I'll need to get used to, but just about manage. And then she brushing up before working the sheet, which is kind of a little bit, but so I must still manage to figure some things out. Just my approach, and then how those days are usually gone at home. And then also managed to make arrangements with certain places for one of my upcoming events. So then I just need to finish arrangements for any plans for next weekend, which will only last an overnight, so I should still be able to do something next week. Probably since we done. And also working a few other things on the side, but yeah. So yesterday went just a little bit better than biggest. I'd say yesterday was probably the biggest standout. This week, but I think I still just about managed.
Yeah, we're back to more Pokemon.
Yep. But hopefully we can mine this. We can get back to our trek in the Kanto region. I hope I got that right.
Yeah. Yeah, like part one of the starter trilogy, which I'm basically calling a set of episodes, like just like 3 episodes in a row where it's like Ash just happens to catch one of the Kanto starters because like because he is special like that, he not only gets a special or exclusive starter, he gets the other three as well. So yeah, so the episode begins. They are horribly, horribly lost. Like, okay, sure. Like, let's go this way. It's like, okay, this is fine. Going over a bridge. Rope snaps. Oh no! Brock falls in river below. Oh no! Like, okay. Like, hopefully he'll be fine. We just have to continue on without him. So they go on. Misty falls in a pit. Surprisingly enough, this trap is not set by Team Rocket. And then they get caught up in a net trap. Right, there's also a bit where it's like uh, Ash sees a sees an Ash by a lake, like, ooh, I want to capture that. And Misty's like, oh, hey, no, oh, I'm the water trainer, it's by the water, therefore I call dibs. And then Misty tries to throw a Pokeball at the Oddish, and the Bulbasaur is like, no. And so it was that it was no. So Oddish and the Bulbasaur run off. But yeah, back with the net trap. Eventually, Brock shows up. Yeah, he was rescued by this lady running a Pokemon sanctuary in the middle of the forest. And Bulbasaur is actually the guardian there. So he gets them out, brings them to the little sanctuary, and they chat. And it's explained that, yeah, like, weak or hurt or abandoned Pokemon find their way to this sanctuary to heal up and get better, and Bulbasaur is there to defend them. And it's all good. And Misty ends up apologizing to the Oddish. Bulbasaur is kind of like, kind of grumpy because, like, these people try to take the Oddish, like, and we're just letting them in here. Also, the lady for the sanctuary is the one that was actually setting all the traps. But yeah, also apparently Team Rocket, like, oh yeah, there's a Pokemon sanctuary in the middle of the forest that we know about somehow, and we're going to take those Pokemon. They also end up falling into a pit trap. Though James does have compliments to the person who made the trap, like, very, very well made. Unlike their own traps. To be fair, it's still early series. They'll get better. So yeah, Brock has a crush on the sanctuary girl, and it's like they're just chilling, and then suddenly Team Rocket just ups and airdrops a stadium nearby, and it's like, hey, we have a giant vacuum now. Because yeah, that's something they can easily get a hold of in like a half hour. So they try sucking up the Pokemon, but it's like everyone gets inside the cabin. So like, okay, so like, nope, that's not gonna work. We have super suction vacuum power. We are going to get all you guys. And Bulbasaur just pops on the roof and is like, no. I'm sorry. It's like Bulbasaur's no is too powerful. And then I believe Pidgeotto helps out, sends a gust of wind that blows them away. So yay, Team Rocket's blasting off again. So yeah, the day is saved, everything's good. Although the girl there notes that's like, okay, yeah, Bulbasaur is doing a good job protecting everyone here, except he's doing too good of a job. No one wants to leave, which is an issue because this is supposed to be a place where they can get better and then go back out into the world, and they are not going back out into the world. So, yeah, Ash, it would be really great if you would take Bulbasaur with you. Hint, hint. But like, Bulbasaur is like not going without an actual fight. So it's like, okay, Pikachu versus Bulbasaur. But yeah, Bulbasaur gets shocked to the vines. Ash tosses the Pokeball. Ash has a Bulbasaur now. So yeah. Now that I think about it, has Ash ever actually had a whoa? Has Ash ever had a fully evolved grass starter? Like, okay, let me check the wiki. Okay, Pokemon. He said Bulbasaur never evolved. Chikorita at least got the Bayleaf. Okay, he did have a Sceptile. So that's one. He actually had a Leaveney. That's cool. Is that a bug type? Like, okay, bug grass. That's okay. Of course, for water types, he had Greninja. And of course, Squirtle never evolved. Wait, or did he? No, he didn't. Of course, we all know about Charizard. Also got Talonflame. That's also a flying type. Oh, also had Infernape, so that's two fully evolved fire starters. Cyndaquil only got up to Quilava. Looking at it, Ash's Johto team was kind of weak. Then again, there's also his Unova team, which is oof, ouch. Uh,
And that's of course not getting into.
anyway,
And that's of course not getting into Whitney. At least from at least from what I heard.
yeah. But yeah, so yeah, Ash actually ends up getting like all the starters for a good while until the let's see, when did they actually start passing them out to the others? So he had all the Johto starters. So I think it's by Hoenn that he only was getting like one of them. Yeah, like Hoenn, he had Trico. You know, or Sinnoh, he had Chimchar. No, wait, no. He also got Turtwig as well. So he got two starters in the Sinnoh region. But wait, no. Then he got the three starters in Unova again. Okay, so starting with X and Y, they pretty much cut back on like, okay, we are only giving him one starter, and he can share the other starters with his team, with his groupies. No, wait, no, because Sun and Moon he had both Rowlet and Incineroar. You know what? Whatever. point is, he actually always gets at least one of the starters each region.
And then only a small portion of the team shuffles.
Except that,
Team shuffles always happen.
yeah. Actually, let me rephrase that. He gets all the starters of at least, well, he gets at least one starter in each region, at least until Galar. At which point, I don't believe he got any of the starters. Because that was his journey to his World Championship Series team, and he went just like, uh, Kanto, Sinnoh, Kanto. Oh, okay, so not a starter, but it is kind of a Galar Pokemon, but it's also a Kanto Pokemon because like Surfetch'd from Farfetch'd, although that's Galar region Farfetch'd. So, oh, and Abomination Fossil, but no actual Galar starter. Then again, the whole Galar region was kind of like they didn't even really do the Galar League. It's like they did the whole Darkest Night event thing, but it's primarily like, okay, World Coronation Series. Let's just go everywhere, meet up with old friends, and have battles. And yeah. Anyway, getting back on track. Yeah, good episode. Like we get to see Team Rocket falling prey to some traps for once. And yeah. And it's funny, like the voice acting. It's like I grew up with these episodes, but at the same time, I've heard a lot more clips of the more recent episodes after the voice recast. It's like, okay, the voices are nostalgic, and yet I still have to get used to them. But yeah.
Of course, that first kind of has some development for suspicious things, so that's. Really, but in a way that the show can present itself to try and make something out. pretty much like every kid of that age, there was the active imagination bit when those two were the only ones stuck with each other. So good to have the humor is up again in this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, just another classic early Pokemon adventure. Like by this point, I think they've gradually started to work out the general formula for each episode. It's like go on an adventure, encounter character of the day, try to help them with their issues. Oh no, Team Rocket! And then they work together with character of day to help thwart Team Rocket's plans. Team Rocket blasts off, everyone's happy, and perhaps Ash makes a brand new friend.
Interesting thing though is they switched it up just a little bit. Because usually the TR encounter is closer towards the end.
Yeah. Also, side note, like Misty, that's an Oddish. That's a grass type Pokemon. That doesn't exactly work with your team. I mean, mind you, nothing wrong with variety, but as the Cerulean City gym leader, your whole thing is kind of like water types. But yeah,
To be fair, the small pond did give her a bit of an advantage, because if Storm needed some kind of revival of sorts.
true.
So couldn't hurt being a little statistic.
Yep.
Do mention for the Brockman shift, because usually that's often safe for Pokemon Center nurses.
Oh. So yeah,
With the brief moment where the usual question was found out when it came to some of TR's antics, although it is possible that somehow they managed to be carrying that from the Twitter as well as
yeah.
one of us got, of course, about certain features of breath.
Ooh, I'll be right back.
Jordan Park.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's like, now that I think about it, it's like,
Um,
there wasn't, oh, you go first.
you were thinking about something, so I.
Oh, uh, yeah, there wasn't really all that much battling in this episode. Like, yeah, there was the attempt to catch the Oddish, but that wasn't even really a battle. It was like, hey, toss a Pokeball, and then like, yeah, versus Team Rocket. But it's like that was Bulbasaur taking charge, and then Pidgeotto coming in for the assist. And I guess there's like the whole Pikachu versus Bulbasaur thing, but that was more like okay, yeah, I'm probably going with you anyway, but like for the sake of like doing this properly, let's just fight. So like, yeah, actual proper battles was kind of like a not much of a thing this episode. Then again, I suppose the Team Rocket fight would be more of a PvE event.
Speaking of which, nice work in utilizing the gust attack to crosswind, eventually evolve into a twister, and yada yada yada.
Yeah,
Kind of makes it for earlier attempt in which they basically reverse attack on Butterfree.
yeah, yeah. Like Team Rocket encounters tend to go in one of two different ways. Either they use their Pokemon, or they use whatever or specialized device they have that episode.
Nice work into
Oh yeah, so
nice work into sticking to what was set up, and as for the Bulbasaur, I think it's. I have a feeling that the Bulba probably sense something in terms of if it's eagerness in terms of metals, and he wouldn't be too satisfied with that a mandatory, basically.
yeah,
Always nice to see the personality traits being through a lot of these guys eventually.
mm-hmm.
I was thinking probably sometime before the next city if this so-called Star Trilogy has anything to do with the wilderness, but in any case, they was definitely make sure to know this one in case, especially since they switch things up a little bit.
Yeah,
Because, like I said, most rock encounters are usually closer to the end.
Oh, I was actually doing my usual, like, before the show, like, the usual going through Anime News Network, seeing what new stuff happened this week, and there really was not really a lot in the way of announcements this week. To be fair, the previous week had Anime Expo, so it makes sense that it would be a slow week following that, so...
Mm. I'd say they weren't that short, though. If I remember correctly, at least one of those days was bigger than the others.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what we got for the news this week. Ooh. Oh. I heard it crackling for a second there. Yeah, first concept art for Avengers Doomsday in HD. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Fantastic Four, Falcon, slash new Captain America, Doom, X-Men, Thor, Ant-Man, New Avengers. Okay, not bad. Okay. Kevin Feige says the character roster in Avengers Doomsday is about putting these characters together that should never really be together. Quote, it's assembling heroes that might not get along and forcing them to do what's best for the world. Seeing the X-Men and the Avengers and the New Avengers and the Fantastic Four together is a dream I never thought would come true. Kevin Feige also reveals that the X-Men movie will release very soon after Avengers Secret Wars. Quote, after Secret Wars, the mutants are coming, the X-Men are coming, and that's been a dream of mine. I started with the X-Men many, many years ago, and to bring a new version of the MCU is going to be very exciting. Tom Holland explains why he says dad instead of father in The Odyssey. Quote, I would have said father back then anyway. It would have been in Greek. Tom Holland also says he'd rather have the Spurs win the Premier League than himself win an Oscar. Something stuck in my teeth. Mr. Nolan says the battle for shooting on film is being won. Quote, when we were finishing Interstellar, film had almost disappeared. It was weeks away from stopping manufacture. As we stand here, Kodak's film division is thriving. They have young filmmakers using it all the time. The sales are massively up. Robert Pattinson reacts to seeing a Batman statue on a rooftop at the Odyssey premiere. Quote, how did that happen? The Odyssey had one sequence filmed in such stormy conditions on a 115-foot wooden longship in the sea that many actors started vomiting. Nolan then said, quote, would you mind if we get the vomiting on camera? I mean, to be fair, it helps with the authenticity. J.K. Simmons says he was surprised by how much of a hit Invincible became. Quote, "People stop me on the street all the time now to talk about Invincible. Robert Downey Jr.'s new statement on returning to the MCU as Doctor Doom, quote, "I played the best hero, I can play the best villain." Minions cannot die. Quote, "We've tried multiple times, but they always seem to come back."
So yeah, the existence of Short Bikers dinosaurs has some support now.
Yep. Ariana Grande will no longer appear in American Horror Story Season 3 due to scheduling conflicts with her tour. Baseballs 2 will have a panel at San Diego Comic-Con on July 24th. Christopher Nolan says younger audiences are utterly rejecting AI-generated slop. Quote, "My son's judgment of AI slop has been immediate and harsh. They see it for what it is very quickly, and it's much easier for them to identify it, because he grew out of an online world an online world they know really well." Christopher Nolan says the online backlash to The Odyssey comes with the territory. Quote, "These conversations that happen before people see the film, they're always irrelevant because no one having them knows what the film actually is yet." Oh boy. Netflix, Paramount, Sony, and Vasanth have all had early talks about potentially buying Letterboxd. Disney is exploring a free version of Disney Plus. Only a select amount of movies and TV shows will be available on this version of the service. Netflix has discussed adding live channels and streaming bundles to their homepage. Streaming bundles would include sell subscriptions to other services through the Netflix app. Live channels would include one that constantly streams movies and TV shows from the same genre. Welcome back, cable. The live-action Naruto movie is now in pre-production. Directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, a global casting search has begun to cast Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura.
A Marvel director.
Boy.
A Marvel director. This will be interesting.
Yeah. J.K. Simmons says he has still never met Tom Holland despite being in 2 of his Spider-Man films. Quote, "Delightful guy, I'm told." HBO has passed on the current draft of the V for Vendetta TV series. The series might get redeveloped down the line. Keanu Reeves reveals that his next film is like Groundhog Day meets Jaws. The film follows a smuggler who gets stuck in a time loop fighting with pirates and sharks while on a mission at sea. Yeah, that sounds like a Keanu Reeves film. Well, okay, either Keanu... Okay, correction, either Keanu Reeves or uh, the name's on the top of my tongue. Nicolas Cage. Because I could totally see that being a Nicolas Cage thing as well. The new teaser for Godzilla Minus Zero has been released in theaters November 6th. All 5 Hunger Games films will be re-released in theaters this summer. We got 2026 Emmy nominations for Best Drama Series: The Pit, Pluribus, Paradise, Slow Horses, The Diplomat, The Gilded Age, Your Friends and Neighbors, and A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Ask and Mayor of Easttown are officially becoming part of the same universe. Julianne Nicholson will reprise her Mayor of Easttown role in The Task Season 2. I don't know what either of those shows are. Tom Holland jokes about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man saving MJ after not being able to save Gwen. Quote, "It's a major L into a major W. We'll cut that bit." Stewart says he will never officially retire from acting. Quote, I'll always and forever be an actor." Absolute Batman has no plans to end anytime soon. The series is already mapped out through issue 50, with this first section being kind of the like one giant first year in Batman's life. Amy Tatro is in talks to star as Gorilla Grodd in the Jimmy Olsen series. The series is described as a true crime documentary series set in the DC universe with Jimmy hosting. The new Fallout game is moving forward at Obsidian. The game's development is being led by Fallout New Vegas director Josh Sawyer. David Attenborough has become the oldest man to be nominated for an Emmy at 100 years old. Anthony Starr has officially never been nominated for an Emmy for playing Homelander in The Boys. Tom Holland says Matt Damon repeated an iconic Jason Bourne line to him while filming The Odyssey. Quote, "Matt had to grab me in a tank, and as he grabbed me, he went, 'Tell me everything you know about Treadstone.' I was like, oh my god, it's Jason Bourne." Apparently, Aang is about 25 years old in Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender. Quote, "He's hot, he's tall and ripped. He looks great, but he's not quite the adult Avatar that he needs to be yet." Speaking of Avatar: The Last Airbender co-creator Brian Konaitsuki Onitsuko reveals he was inspired to create the series after watching Princess Mononoke. Quote, watching it was like a religious experience for me. It came out and I said, that's what I want to do with the rest of my life. Also got the first trailer for the movie in theaters, July 20th, or not theaters, releasing July 25th on Paramount Plus. Like, we were talking about movie stuff earlier, like, oh yes, no, wait, no, theaters, no, no. Apparently a major unannounced project in the Avatar The Lost Airbender universe is happening. Quote, the Aang movie was just one of a whole slate. I'm working on another thing, which we'll announce when the time's right. Christopher Nolan says modern English is spoken in the Odyssey because he wanted language that was emotional, not intellectual meaning for audiences. Quote, I was maybe being naive. It might bite me on the ass, but I wanted an earthy narrative. To me, it was a no-brainer. Minecraft has added a new form of sitting. Cushions can now be placed on any flat surfaces, allowing players to sit. It is now predicted to also be the fastest method of travel ever. J.K. Simmons says he won't return as J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Quote, I don't know who on the internet decided that was fact, but I ain't in it. Sacha Baron Cohen has reportedly wrapped filming on a new LEG movie. James Cameron announces that Terminator 2 will return into theaters on August 28th. Quote, I believe it's safe to do spoilers after 35 years, so, spoiler alert, the good guys win against the AI superintelligence. Maybe that's the message of hope we all could use this summer. Until you remember Terminator 3. Yeah, it's probably best to just consider the series to have finished up after Terminator 2, because it just kind of went off the rails after that. Like, Terminator 3 was like, oh yeah, the happy ending, nope. And then you get like time, well, okay, I don't say you get time travel involved. The whole premise was originally based around time travel, but you get even more time travel involved, and it's like, suddenly, like, oh yeah, so you didn't actually stop this person from being killed. But that doesn't matter because that he wasn't actually the important one. It's just had to be somebody. And then also in a future where John Connor also becomes a Terminator, and that's a whole thing. And yeah, Terminator 2 is just like the final point in the timeline.
Still waiting for that point. Still waiting for that film that's officially displays the one time mention of Skynet being defeated in the future.
Yeah. Well, got the first look at the Lego Pokeball. It'll cost $300. It's just basically trainer versus rival, picking the starters at Professor Oak's lab kind of thing. Fallout Season 3 has begun filming. The trailer for the Witch on the Holy Night anime has been revealed. A Scooby-Doo and Transformers collaboration action figure has been revealed. It's okay, but I'm pretty sure, or I prefer the Thomas the Tank Engine one better.
It was only a matter of time before someone was going to bring that up.
Yep. A VHS movie based on the SCP Foundation universe is in the works. The film will follow anthology stories of recorded field documentation or video evidence gathered and archived by the organization. In theaters 2027. Bill Lord explains why the next Jump Street movie is titled 24 Jump Street. Quote, we developed a 23 Jump Street, and I think this is out of respect for that. We're calling it this 24 out of respect for the dead. Tom Holland initially thought Christopher Nolan hated his performance in The Odyssey because he would cut filming after 3 minutes. He later found out that IMAX cameras only run for 3 minutes at a time. Speaking of The Odyssey, the oldest known surviving copy of The Odyssey was put on display at the film's junket. It is over 1,700 years old. Tom Holland says they had to pause shooting on The Odyssey due to a cartoonish rainbow being in a pivotal shot. Quote, the most preposterous rainbow was coming out of the castle I was supposed to be going home to. It looked like something out of My Little Pony.
I think we got another celebrity running on our hands.
Yep. Wait, a castle, a rainbow. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where Megan was defeating T-Rex with the Rainbow of Light. DreamWorks Animation's next mystery film is reportedly part of one of its most valuable franchises. Yuri action manga Murcielago is officially getting a TV anime adaptation in 2027. The series will stream on High Dive and follows a former lesbian serial killer who is recruited by police to eliminate criminals considered too dangerous for conventional law enforcement. The Amazing Digital Circus creator Goose works when asked if Jax has always planned to be transgender. Quote, it was always meant to be a subtle, implied thing, but at some point I just said, fuck it. New information on the already cancelled Make Your Mark Season 2. Yeah, I think I saw a Reddit post about that. It's like, oh, hey, that would have been cool if we had it. The first 10 minutes of Midnight Mares has been released. Been a hot minute since I heard about that series. Digimon Beat Break anime announces new arc and cast member. New Sword Art Online film reveals title, cast, staff, and 2028 debut. Yeah, Sword Art Online integral to Domain. So I think it's basically a original movie that's meant to kind of like lead up into the next story arc. Mind you, I think that the new story arc is still in the middle of being written, so who knows when the actual next proper series will actually begin. Everyday Host anime sequel series to premiere in January 2027. Jadugar, a witch in Mongolia anime's Mongolia arc video reveals more cast. Elementor Pictures, Nippon Animation's 2001 An Earth Odyssey anime short to premiere on July 18th. Vulture Entertainment launches Kickstarter campaigns for Tenchi Galaxy anime pilot, based on or inspired by the Tenchi Universe sub-series. And I believe it's already hit its goal. Now keep in mind this is only for a pilot, so only one episode. So I think the goal is to actually hopefully get this actually made into a proper series. So we'll see how that goes. EA is removing microtransactions from College Football 27 Dynasty and Road to Glory. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 gets a new gameplay trailer. Avowed sequels cancelled as Obsidian focuses on new Fallout game. Cyberpunk Edgerunners arrives in Apex Legends this month. Wolfenstein 3 and Wolfenstein TV series still in development. Hideo Kojima says the end of physical games is frightening. On a related note, the Don't Kill the Disc petition to Sony is quickly gaining signatures. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis game ends service on October 6th. This is like, what, the 4th or 5th gacha game that Square Enix has shut down by at this point? I'm surprised people even still bother playing them. And especially for something that's solely focused on Final Fantasy VII, because, I mean, it's like, there's only so much more that you can, milk from that particular game. Chitose is in the Ramune Battle anime's second part debuts in October. It's a filter to first message descending. Alrighty then. Apparently Banana Fish is getting an actual dub through Netflix. Wasn't that the one that got that AI dub or something? It is! So at least they're finally fixing that. Got the official teaser for Dreamland, a new French anime coming to Crunchyroll in October. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated the complete series is coming to Blu-ray on August 25th. So, huzzah for me not picking up the DVDs yet, because, yay, Blu-ray! A manga crossover between Gundam Wing and Code Geass has been released. Not exactly sure how that exactly works out, given, the wide historical divergence point between the two universes.
Animated pilots. Means of destruction. Bills. Battery. Motion. Creamers and Nicholas Patelski.
So sort of sport or sort of entertainment related. So apparently there's this VTuber who's been like cheering on all these different teams during the World Cup, and every team she cheers for loses. People started begging her to stop picking teams.
On a somewhat related note, apparently there was a Hatsune Miku moment.
I guess I saw that. Well, apparently there's a. Well, let me check this. Like, apparently Warner Brothers and the Russo brothers, HBO, are planning on reimagining Free Willy.
Hmm.
I don't know. Got the official trailer for Legend of the White Dragon, the the final project by Jason David Frank. A new Gundam anime series is well, yeah, a new Gundam anime series to debut at San Diego Comic-Con panel on July 23rd. Demon Slayer producer Aniplex, quote, open to using AI. Oh no.
truth is true for all the years. But Invincible was never nominated for an Emmy. In your review, Castillo CD reveal collaborative process with Nolan, bringing the psycho short scenes to life practically. Take on Nolan's interpretation of the Odyssey.
Sorry about that. Internet hiccup for a moment. Does that sometimes. Usually late at night. But yeah. Right. Where was I? Yeah, Aniplex. Yeah, despite having to pay import fees or shipping or whatever, it's still cheaper than buying an actual Aniplex release.
Okay. Two-Hour Railway to stay end of summons. 2 hours railway to stay end of Southeast in 2 days special events. Mark 60th anniversary in 19th to 20th June.
Apparently, David Lowery is tackling the adaptation of the horror novel The Fisherman for Focus.
This was Festival 6 officially starting Steam tests.
Comic crossovers that's like, what even is this? Judge Dredd and the Biker Mice from Mars. I mean, like, who would have imagined a comic crossover with Biker Mice from Mars in the year 2026?
Oh wow, that's a logo I think I haven't seen in a while.
switching over to the gaming section. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get through like the stuff for this week when I actually sort by message. Apparently, Panic Bomber W who was freely added to the Super Bomberman collection. So apparently with PAL Worlds 1.0 release, they actually redesigned several of the PALs to be slightly less similar to actual Pokemon.
Can't see me real quick. It's no, this is the CBKC Cover headquarters from So-Called Award 2016.
Riku's voice actor David Gallagher is playing through the Kingdom Hearts games on YouTube. That's neat. Only 379 employees were laid off at ZeniMax and ZeniMax Online, basically crippling the art and design department.
With that last one, it was I was trying to bring up. Where do we get the feeling? Where do we get the feeling of the retro replay type thing is on the horizon?
There was a Tomb Raider VR project from the Metro Awakening devs, but apparently it's been cancelled. Mario Kart Tour is ending service on September 30th, 2026, with no offline version.
Okay, just getting want to set to return to Canberra. Hopefully that means that the maintenance period is coming to a close.
Mm-hmm.
These look like BR248 Vector and dual mode G scale. Glenbrook's Soapbox Restaurant seats. Let's see for this week. Josh, Chris, City, Marvelous Spaceal, watching Ho, the Devil Iron Fist turning red. Rex, Piracy Businessman. Bing, that's what I'm Hollywood, Michael, Trevor, Oscar winner. Peter Van Norden, Megan 2.5 Sophia Stan. Chris Common, Dunwell Show, Here to Eternity. Jenna Petit, Christina Royale 67. Somewhere in the entry, but Nicholas, Bonnie Tyler, Brian Major Sons, Joel Clips of the Hurts, holding out for a hero. So I just need to looking at Twitch from the early stage as well as arrangements for the can we make it apart? Also work the rest of the week. And of course, the work for the rest of the week. I'm gonna tell our next starter. Our next starters, the cases. Stay safe, stay well, get back, Scoopus did pray, and hopefully we will see you next week.